Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
War Eagle, and welcome to another edition of Ever to Podcast, our somewhat regular get-together here in audio format on E2C Network to catch you up with the latest in the Auburn experience, which is all about Auburn sports, Auburn culture, and Auburn family stuff. An easier way to say it might be, if it's orange and blue, it's what we do. So thank you so much for joining us in what we're going to be doing today on this particular episode, episode 13, if I've got my math correct. Today's date is May 29th, 2025, and I'm your host, as always, Kyle Loomis, to catch you up on the latest Auburn news, topics, conversations that are happening online and around and about in person. So let's jump into it. A lot of stuff actually started breaking today, right before I started recording. Not major news. A lot of that already transpired yesterday. We left you off in the last episode waiting on a decision that was going to have a lot of implications on Auburn basketball, and that's where we're going to get started today. Most of you heard by now, have celebrated, have been part of our reaction live streams, other content that we put out about it, and various other places as well. Tahaad Pettiford has decided that he will return to Auburn men's basketball for the 2025-26 season. Now, we've broken this down, as I said, in a reaction live stream in some greater detail, so if you'd like to consume that content, you can find it on YouTube, Facebook, some other places as well. And we even covered it on Auburn Family Night a little bit last night. But just to kind of synopsis things for those of you that prefer to digest this stuff here, wow, what a big event for Auburn. Now, listen, if he did decide to not come to Auburn, it wasn't the end of the world. In fact, I still maintain that it would also be a good thing for Auburn in a roundabout way in terms of building a rapport of getting people to the NBA. But here we today sit with Tahaad Pettiford deciding to come back to play for Auburn for another season for his true sophomore year. And it's a lot of things you can take away from this. Few of those being that this is his team. Effectively, he is the only remaining piece from the 2024-25 team. So just in terms of seniority of experience on Auburn's program, it's his team right now. I think we all recognize that with everybody else gone, he certainly is the star now as well, having already gotten so much attention at the NBA draft processes and the combine. Everyone across the country recognizes this is Auburn's star right now. Now, he's being surrounded by a lot of great players, it seems like, from international waters, as we found out yesterday, from the JUCO level, from the Division II, and from power conferences as well, even SEC schools. So this feels like with the arrival or re-arrival of Tahaad Pettiford, the team has finally come together into full completion. Coach Pearl has talked a lot about he wanted one more big guy. They got that yesterday as we broke down, and also we're just waiting to see what was going to happen with Tahaad Pettiford. The other thing that for me this shows again is the good side of NIL. You know, we used to live in an era where, let's use an example, Sharif Cooper, who we love and adore and wish he had some, he's still participating, I think, in some form of professional ball, but has not had the success at the NBA that maybe we hoped he would. And potentially, if he had been here during a time where he had the opportunity to make some money with NIL, he might have stayed a little bit longer, developed more, and getting a better opportunity at the NBA. We don't know. He can only operate with the information that he has to best make those decisions at the time. But maybe that's an example you can point to. Janai staying as long as he did and continue to develop and increase his chances, NIL helped that. So however you want to slice it, why this happened, what the reason, was there not a good enough grade? I think there probably were plenty of good grades for Tahaad. He is coming back to be with Auburn basketball for another season. And boy, it is going to be a fun one when you count him in with this special group that we've already assembled, or I should say Coach Pearl and his staff. Nothing the fans have done except support them. But we're excited that Tahaad is back. Let's jump into some other news here. This is actually one of those items that broke right about the time I was getting ready to record, so I'm thankful for that we can cover it today. We now have the official first 3 game times for Auburn football's 2025 season, so you as the fans can now prepare. Now, one of those, the first game, Baylor is on the road. The other 2, which would be Ball State, the opening home game, and then homecoming right after that, South Alabama, will be obviously at home. We got to have homecoming. That kind of makes sense, right? So let's go through what those particular times are. Baylor is now set for 7 p.m. on Friday, August 29th. If you missed it, yes, that game was moved from a Saturday to a Friday. There's been speculation as to what the reasons were behind that. In my opinion, is it was more of a Baylor thing than an Auburn thing, but it does get more eyes on this particular game on a Friday night. It will be odd if I'm able to travel out there like I've been hoping to do, to go to a Friday night non-high school game, but to a college football game. But I'm sure it'll be a great atmosphere at night, not under the sweltering heat of midday in Texas. That'll be a great thing if you're heading out there. 7 p.m. for Baylor. Game number 2, and sorry, that will be on Fox, broadcasted at 7 p.m. Game number 2, 6:30, and these are all Central Time, on ESPNU. This is Auburn's kickoff game with Ball State, and they'll be doing special things for that. They've already talked about the color coordinator here, and they've already put it on here that this is fan choice, actually, so you get to pick what you wear to the opening game. They're giving a lot of freedom with that as well this year, but a night game in Jordan-Hare. Come on, folks. Is there any better way to kick off a opening game in Jordan-Hare Stadium? Yes, it will be a long day out in the heat of tailgating during that time of year, but as we lead up to and that sun starts setting, and by the way, for those of you that bake on the, I guess it would be the east side of the stands, those upper decks, you will get some beautiful sunsets if we have decent weather and not a lot of clouds, but I guess with some clouds too. Just keep that in mind. I am so excited to be kicking off Auburn football with a night game on ESPNU. Ball State, certainly you would hope that Auburn handles business there, but there will be a lot of energy. The light show will be on display. Everything is just going to be great. And then homecoming will be at 11:45. Always odd to see a 45 time. The Saturday, September 13th, that next week for South Alabama, hosting them for homecoming. You need to wear white for that game is the request for them. So there you go. You have got 2 night games to start off the year. You've got a very early kickoff for homecoming. Not surprising. I had hoped we would get maybe like a 2 o'clock or something like that. It's not going to really make a difference in terms of the heat, but it does, I feel like, give better opportunities for families to gather and stuff if you do that for an evening, hopefully celebration for homecoming at Toomer's Corner. Beggars can't be choosers, though. We got an opening home game and at night, so you can't really be too upset about that. But those are your opening game times for the first 3 games. Keep in mind, a lot of the rest of these will be decided when the season starts, unless they figure some things out before them. They usually wait to see how teams are performing to see where they spread out the love, so to speak. The SEC tries to balance who gets morning, early afternoon, evening games, but Auburn will already be knocking off one of their early games for homecoming and one of their night games at home with Ball State. There you go. Plan accordingly, folks. Looking forward to seeing you there. A couple other news things today that I want to get into. Another note about College Football 26, the video game for those of you that are gamers out there. They did have their official trailer today that I hope you have gone and seen for for the 26th edition, College Football 26, which will be coming out July 10th. I've watched it, and you don't really see much of Auburn in there, except in the very first few seconds. You will see the stadium displayed with their light show. So they have added that element, it seems like, to some capacity, maybe between the third quarter and the fourth quarter, that if you play a night game in Jordan-Hare in that video game, you will be able to experience. So that's really cool. Go watch the trailer. If there's something that we missed in it that you think is Auburn related or that's just a little snippet of something, please let us know. But I believe that is the only thing. And then I want to give a heads up and a shout out to the few activities outside of the remaining sports that happened in the summer for Auburn University. Camp War Eagle starts officially today. There will be several sessions throughout the summer. For those of you who don't know, this is a program that incoming students can come to, and I don't know if it's actually required anymore. Maybe some element of it is, but most people do go and attend these events where you get to go learn about the traditions. You get to go learn about where your classes will be, campus tours. There'll be speakers. There will be other events. There will be local businesses and organizations setting up booths and things like that. And I'm sure there will be food trucks and things like that on campus. It's usually a very fun event. So if you are coming to a Camp War Eagle, we'd love to know about it. Just hit us up at e2cnetwork@gmail.com. And we'd love to know if you or someone else is attending, going to attend, already attended a Camp War Eagle. Tell us about your experience. We'd love to talk about it here. But that's kind of one of those things to get you excited as a new student and as a person outside looking in, that before you know it, that fall semester will be just around the corner for us as Auburn Tigers fans. So we'd love to hear from you all on that. There are still some news items out there that we're going to save for another day, but we wanted to cover those ones right at the top. As I always try to remind you here, whether it's about a specific topic or anything, please hit us up at e2cnetwork@gmail.com if you'd love to be featured, have a comment or a topic brought up here on this particular show. This is about catching you up on the latest news and topics, but some of the ones that are more important to you, we'd love to hear from you as well. Make sure you are subscribed for this show if you haven't done so already, so you can also get all the other content on our E2C Network audio podcast platform. Follow everywhere else that you can, YouTube. Otherwise, we're looking forward to a great weekend on Auburn's campus for their Auburn Baseball Regional. We will be there. Follow us on social media to keep up with all of that. Schedules could be changing a little bit for us based off how that goes too for our other content. With that in mind, I appreciate you guys being here today for Ever to Podcast episode 13. And we hope that you have a great day and a great weekend in Auburn if you're coming. Till we talk to you again, War Eagle.